Hello, it's Monday, August 5th, and I've got an Insinkerator Evolution Premier, which looks like a real fancy thing when it's got its plastic cover on. It took me a minute to figure out how to get this thing open, but I just pried the lid off, and it's got some glue around there, but it snaps in on the top. And then this piece here, I just kind of pulled it out. It's rubbery. I don't know how that's going to be to put back in. And then the inside just comes right out, and it's funny how this looks just like one of those cheaper Badger models. But the reason why I'm taking it apart is it makes a noise that it shouldn't make. Let me see if I can plug this thing in with one hand. There we go. So, what I'm thinking is it's shot, but maybe if we're lucky, I could take it apart and something's bent or it's got a bad bearing in it or something. I don't want to install it back into my kitchen. The way it is, so I'm either going to replace it or fix it. So let me see if I can. There we go. Gosh, there really is nothing to that. There's a rubber gasket here, kind of like a, you know, I want to say O-ring, but it looks like a special looking thing. So I was hoping to see looseness in the bearing here, but it doesn't appear to be. Let me juice it up with the lid off. I mean, I didn't do anything, but just want to see and hear it run. All right, so this plate looks bent. You know, maybe it's because of that. But I don't know how you can take this thing apart, man. So this, oh, that's plastic right there. Bet you there's a nut under that. Yeah. You know, when you have tenants, this thing was perfectly fine. All right. I don't see where this comes apart. So there's two screws here. Maybe this has got a seam in it. Oh, there's a witness mark right there. So this probably comes apart here. All right. Let me get a regular and see what happens. Yeah, okay, oopsie. I'll come back to that in a second. I took the wires loose because I'm figuring the housing's going to come off and the wires are going to stay inside. So when you look at these screws, you can see it's really long and it goes clear down. So that's definitely how she comes apart. But look at the inside of this thing. I don't know if this shows up in the video very well, but I mean, it's beat to hell. Like, I don't know what they could have had in there, and spoons or... Look at the dents in it. And that's... Oh yeah, you can see the dents on the outside too. That's pretty strong metal. It's interesting. This is plastic where this dishwasher nipple comes through. Surprised that didn't get broken. That seems fine. All right, let's try taking this apart here. Come on, one hand. I'm gonna need two hands to do this. Hold on. All right, a couple of wraps with a screwdriver handle, and it popped right off of there. And there ain't nothing to this thing, really. It's a friction bearing in the back. And it's a ball bearing here. I suspect there ain't no fixing this, because this is going to have a seal in it. On the shaft. All right, let me see if I can pop this little thingy off. Wow, I think I found the problem. So we've got a stainless steel looking 5/16 fine thread bolt here, and it had Loctite on it. And this is the plate. And look at how it's been rubbing on something right there and right there, which these screws. So maybe because this is bent, I don't know, it seems like maybe the shaft moved down, something in there. This is, yeah, it kind of beat the hell. Let's pull these screws out and see what we could see. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know. It's sealed to this, the drain. Guess that slides out. Oh, there's this. Let me get a magnet or something. Let's see if I can get this thing out. That might be the seal right there. Just a little deflector. Oh, I wonder if that's the reason. Right there, it should be up like that to prevent that plate from hitting these screws, but it's sagging like this. And if I had to guess, yeah, that's a lip seal right there. Okay, let's try taking these screws out and see if I can, oh wait, it's coming. That's oil. That's a friction bearing. That's not a ball bearing. Pretty sure. Let me study this for a little while. Well, it was a noble try. This will come out, except it's kind of seized in that hole. And if you look underneath here, if you can, I don't know if I'll be able to, there's all kinds of corroded aluminum underneath that. So it's been leaking some. Really at this point, I just wanted to see how this thing works. Very well made, I would say. If I had to guess, I would say that there was probably a phenolic washer or something. I don't know. Because it doesn't seem like, if there was a phenolic washer, well, there's another seal right here on the shaft of the motor. Thinking that there might have been very well made. I mean, this thing is probably close to 30 years old. At least 20. So we got our money's worth. But I would like to understand it. Since it's hitting on both sides, I'd say it's not because it's bent. If it was hitting on one side, then I'd say, well, it got bent and was leaning, but it's hitting on both sides. So, kind of thinking that maybe there was a phenolic or plastic washer that kept the motor shaft up to prevent this from hitting those screw heads. All right, it was fun. Freaking motor looks brand new in here though. I wonder if I could use, it's not a ball bearing motor, it's a bushing motor. I don't think I could use it for anything. I think it's like a 1/2 horsepower. Is it 700? 1 phase, 3/4 horsepower. Yeah, I can't use this. All right, going in the trash.